Tuesday check-in. There are things that are very exciting that are happening here in our parish. We've been able to open the doors for personal private prayer Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And this week we've added the one daily Mass Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. So thank you for those who have been working very hard in preparing our church building for reopening. And thank you for those who are volunteering to keep the place clean and sanitized, to provide an environment that is good for everyone, that is safe and healthy as people gather together for prayer. I just need to adjust the That should be a little bit better, not quite as glary. So this is a quick check-in, reminder that this coming weekend we will have public Mass. Please look at the website for the times of those Masses. We have modified the Mass schedule, at least for the near future. And so we'll have the 5 p.m. Saturday Vigil, 7, 9, and 11 a.m. Sunday morning, and then the 5 p.m. Sunday evening. You do need to register to come to the weekend Masses. Please do so through the website, or you can also call the parish office, but in order to have that reservation, it needs to be between 9 and noon during regular office hours. Some people have been calling in and asking the answering service to sign them up and have been getting frustrated because the answering service cannot do that. So once the office closes at noon, the answering service takes over, but they cannot accept reservations for the Sunday Masses. Reminder that the Monday prior to the weekend opens for that registration, and it's something that you have to do every week. Some people will say, can I just sign up for the 9 a.m. and then just know that I'm on that list for the future? No, you have to call in each week and make that reservation. It's one way that we can be fair to those who want to come to Mass. And we're still limited to 100 people. That includes all of the ministers and the cleaning crews. So please do continue to be patient and understanding as we move forward with this. It was quite overwhelming yesterday morning at the 8 a.m. Mass as I greeted people from the presider's chair, and I got a little bit emotional just being able to see people in the church coming together to celebrate Holy Mass. And it was a little bit emotional for me and for those who came because we were once again able to gather in community and attend Mass and receive Holy Communion. So remember that for the daily Mass at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, there are no reservations that are needed, but we are limited to 100 people per Mass. Yesterday we had about 30, 35, and I'm not sure what the count was this morning. Yet again, you're more than welcome to come. Feel safe. We've created an environment that allows that safety to happen so that people don't need to worry about that. A reminder that when you do come to Mass, that face coverings, masks, face shields, whatever it is that one is wearing, need to be worn through the entire Mass once you are in the building. Some people have taken it upon themselves to decide not to do that. We had that yesterday, that there were a few people that once they got into the church after being checked at the door, decided to take their masks off. And so we are asking that people wear masks or face coverings when we are inside the building, just as a precaution and that respect for one another. I know that masks are kind of controversial right now, or face coverings continue to be controversial. I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm just saying that this is the protocol that is in place for our church here at St. Bernardine, that when one comes standing in line outside as you're waiting to be checked in for Mass on the weekends, that a face covering is worn whatever that face covering is, as long as the mouth and the nose, both of those are covered. Again, it's not to be controversial. It's what we are doing here at St. Bernardine. What other parishes are doing really doesn't interest me. What interests me is the protocols that we have in place to keep our people safe. So if you disagree with that policy, I apologize in advance. However, until we make other decisions, that is the policy that will be in place here at St. Bernardine. And thank you for your understanding on that. Please continue to pray for the unrest in the world, especially here in our nation. Please pray for those whose voices need to be heard and done so in a peaceful fashion. And please pray for our law enforcement, our first responders, and all of those who are out the front lines dealing with the civil unrest. Please continue to also pray for our healthcare professionals and all the good that they are doing. I know that as other things come up, COVID kind of goes to the back, but remember that it is still with us. Again, not trying to bring fear, yet that reality that is still with us. So precautions still need to be taken. It's one thing that we can do for one another. As the Archbishop has said and the Holy Father has said, that we do these for other people, not for ourselves. So if wearing a face covering or a mask can help save others, then it's a good thing for us to do. And until, like I said, we're told otherwise, that is the protocol here at St. Bernardine. A reminder that the parish office is open from 9 to 12, Monday through Friday. Eventually we will have some weekend hours added onto that, but there's some details that we're trying to work on to accomplish that task. So thank you for your understanding. This coming weekend, Saturday morning from 9 to 10, we will have drive-through confessional. And so if you need to come to confession, please do so. You need to remain in your vehicle. And if there are multiple people in the vehicle that need to go to confession, then we'd ask that that person stay in the car and the other step out and away from the car so that there is some privacy that is given. We tried this right before the lockdown happened, and we thought it was successful, but then being told that that was not an acceptable practice at the time, but now we are able to do that, to offer the gift of reconciliation and penance and God's mercy. So again, confessions this Saturday from 9 to 10. We will have the weekly updates, so please watch the website. As we approach the holidays, the July 4th weekend, there's a little change in the weekday procedure, and so please pay attention to that. We are continuing to fulfill Mass intentions. Now that we have the public Mass, those intentions will be prayed for during those Masses. There are some days when we will not have a public Mass during the week, but please be assured that those intentions still are being fulfilled by either Father Bill or by me in a personal Mass. So thank you again. It's very exciting to be able to gather together again, and I look forward to that time when we can have more than 100 people. But until that time, just give thanks and praise to God that we're able to do what we can do. I know that there are a number of people and families who have lost loved ones during this time, and we are open to doing funerals, but remember that we have to limit it to 100 people. And I'm not quite sure how to do that with a funeral. Where I had a conversation with my brother and sister yesterday regarding the memorial Mass for our father who passed away in April. And we're saying, well, 100 people, that's really not many people. That's basically our Southern California family. And that would exclude all friends and anyone else who might want to come. We're still trying to work on those details, but if your family needs to have that memorial Mass, please reach out to us. Contact Jean Sampson in the parish office. She's there from 9 to 12, Monday through Friday. Thank you again for your faithfulness. Thank you for your love and your prayers and your support for all of us who are working here at St. Bernardine to bring the community back together again, especially in public worship. A big thank you to Kathy Barkas, who's been leading this adventure